Let me know when we're good. Okay. Okay, so I'll just read this streaming notice, then we're good to go. So today's meeting is being streamed live on the Township of Ramara's YouTube channel. To those present in the gallery today, by attending a public meeting of the Ramara Trails Committee, you are consenting your voice, image, and comments being recorded. Anyone who is invited to speak will be recorded, and their voice, image, and comments will form part of the live stream. The chair, secretary, and director of infrastructure have the discretion and authority at any time to direct the termination or interruption of the live stream. Such direction will only be given in exceptional circumstances where deemed relevant. Circumstances may include instances where the content of debate is considered misleading, defamatory, or potentially inappropriate to be published. Attendees are advised that they may be subject to legal action if their actions result in inappropriate and/or unacceptable behavior and/or comments. I will now pass the meeting to the chair. Thank you so much.
Well, good morning, all, and welcome to our meeting. Our first item on the agenda is the adopting the Ramara Trails Committee agenda dated today, June 19th, 24. Could I have a mover? David Snatch, a seconder, Paul Grumston. Thank you. Any questions about the agenda? Anything you want to add at this time? Thank you. Item number 3.1. That the committee adopt the Ramara Trails Committee meeting minutes dated May 15th, 24 as presented. A mover, please. Steve, seconder Kathy, thank you. Any questions about those minutes or comments? All in favor of the minutes, raise your hand, please. Thank you, carried. Item number 4.1, Summer Trails Committee communication plan and photo contests. Do you want to speak to that, Ashley? I think it's pretty clear, but
yeah. And if anyone went through the report, so basically it would start July 8th, and I thought that would be a good time to start, especially after Canada Day. We have the Mariposa Folk Festival just in Aurelia, so I thought then it would not get mixed up with some of that information, especially if anyone from Aurelia wanting to check out our trails. But the photo contest would start from July 8th and run to basically near the last week of August. We would accept the different photos coming in. We do usually have a disclaimer with some of that information, that if they do have children in the photo, that they receive their permission, so on and so forth. Once we receive all the photos, we would share them throughout those 2 months. And then at the very end, I would create basically a way for the Trails Committee to vote on their top 5 photos. And those top 5 people would then receive a $20 gift card each. So there'd be 5 $20 Tim gift cards for a total of $100 to be given out at the end of the campaign.
so any questions? What do you think?
Good.
Kathy?
No, I think it's great. Thanks.
I wondered if instead of Tim Hortons, something more to do with being outdoors and activities. I don't know, Mountain Equipment Company or Sojourns. I don't know if there's any camping or maybe even a cycling place in Aurelia.
Yeah, like there's the Crank and Sprocket in Aurelia too, which is a cycling store.
And the bike stop. There's 2 bike shops in Aurelia.
Yeah, there's a couple. So we could do one of 2 things. We could choose those businesses and then reach out to them. Or we could have it as well if we want to just promote Ramara, and things that we've done in the past is saying a $20 to your choice of a Ramara business. So they can choose whether that is, let's say, the Subway or the Tim Hortons or the Foodland or a specific restaurant like the new one by the airport, or maybe the ice cream place across from us, or just something. People can choose something within Ramara and it's $20. So we could choose that language as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's, thank you, Steve, that was a good idea.
But then if we're wanting to connect a little bit more with this, I get like kind of collaborating or getting that from places, let's say like the Crank and Sprocket in Aurelia, because they have such a big following as well, and then you're just reaching that biking population who may not know about Ramara as well. So I see the benefit in that. And they do quite a few partnerships.
Any other comments? Okay, so have you got enough direction there, Ashley?
No, what do we want to do? Do we want to make it solely Ramara businesses? Do we want to make it any business? Do we want to make it more just like outdoor and biking and give examples? Because as a municipality, we can't just favor one over another. So that's why we use a very,
I think it should fit Ramara businesses.
okay.
I sort of think it's sort of appropriate to have an outdoorsy, like it could be biking or it could be hiking. There isn't a local store. Is there anything in Aurelia on hiking?
Well,
Tromblades.
yeah, there's Tromblades is a good one. There's
I know, I just think if we're spending Ramara dollars, then they
Yeah.
should be going to Ramara businesses.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
understand the other stuff, but maybe that's for another project down the road.
yeah, and we can talk to different businesses and kind of looking at those kind of collaborations. I don't think that's a bad idea. And working with some of those outdoor businesses, let's say like Tromblades, maybe that's more of like an ice fishing kind of thing, like that we can look at some more of that outdoor rec and having partnerships or different trails like Aurelia Bike Stop or Crank and Sprocket of creating that collaboration. And that's something we can look at, especially those winter months,
Or you
if they want to push some things out on their off seasons as well.
Of the three ideas that have been presented, one, Ramara, two, bike stores, three, more sports stores like Tromblades. How many would be in favor of, we'll just have a show of hands. How many would be in favor of Ramara stores? 1, 2, 3, well, it carried, okay?
So hold on a second here. One of the other things we could do is promote the businesses that are on the bike trails, such as, the Fin City Chips at the marina, Tailwinds. I'd have to go through the list to see what other business, the ice cream shop.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's another great idea that we can add to the weekly campaign. Hey, as you go by like the trail between Lagoon City up to here in Brecken, you can stop to, there's Subway, there's Foodland, there's the ice cream shop. There's lots of opportunity. I think that's a great idea of recognizing them, and that can be through that weekly campaign, just to provide that awareness.
So the gift certificates wouldn't be specific to those places.
We could just highlight them as places to
Yes,
stop,
yes.
but then people can choose a Ramara business that they would like to have a $20 gift certificate to.
Oh, okay.
I think giving people that choice,
Okay.
but as we promote weekly, we can say, so last year I kind of did a focus of, let's say, we looked at the athlete trail and kind of what is there. So like part of that could be, okay, while you're on the athlete trail, you can stop at the casino and what's in that area,
Yes,
or
yes.
as you're up in Washago, what can we go to? When we're in Lagoon City, where can we go to? When you're on that cycling route, that first half, what does that look like? The second half?
Yes.
And really providing that experience, not only as you ride, but what's the amenities.
Because we do have the Italian restaurant on
Yes, in
the
Lagoon
corner, which
City.
is excellent.
Yeah.
And we have the old Harbor Inn, which is now
That's
called
right. And there's Pier 1 where people
Pier
want
One,
to
that's what I
stop.
thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we can kind of feature and we can
Yeah.
kind of tag that into the Chamber of Commerce a
Yeah.
little bit.
Try not leave anything out then, I guess.
Yes, that's the making sure of when we do it.
Yeah. Any other, thank you, David, for that. Any comments, other comments?
The only other thing I can think of is if you, with the partnership with Rama, like there's Jimmy Grills at the Mask. So there are a couple businesses in Rama when we get to that
Yeah.
also.
I would make sure I contact both the Chamber and Ramara to make sure that I capture everyone that they are aware of, as well as the Economic Development Officer in Rama, Mary Ann.
Okay. So you have enough now, I'm sure, Ashley.
Yep.
Okay, moving on then. Well, actually, no. We have a motion then. That report AD 11-24 be received as information, that the Trails Committee approves staff to proceed with the Summer Trails Communication Plan, and that the summer photo contest runs from July 8th to August 23rd, with 5 winners chosen by the Trails Committee, each receiving $20 gift certificate. Going to have a seconder for that motion, David Snutch. All in favor of the motion? Carried, thank you. Project and trails updates. The Atherley Trail.
Well, there's lots of people using the trail, but there's really no news to report of anything new.
Okay, thank you, Paul.
There is a tree down right on the way to Fern Resort. It's not, it doesn't block the trail, but it, like where it divides off,
Oh, yes.
it's block one of the trails, just so you know.
Okay, thank you.
How big of a tree is it?
It's big.
Infrastructure. Yeah, no.
How big?
Josh is on
Okay,
it. Josh, construction from Casino to Airport Road, some track is planned.
Yeah, we're just, I should have the final concept done next week, hopefully.
Good.
And then I'll send it to Rama to quote and comment, so.
So it would only go to Rama first.
At first, yes.
At first. Will it go out otherwise?
I'll bring it back to the committee.
Okay.
And then decide.
Washago Trail.
Nothing to report.
The Bayshore Trail. Kathy?
There appears to be lots of traffic, cycling traffic on like Orkney Beach out near our house. So I'm just curious about maybe Josh, you can give us an update on the end of Orkney Beach, what's happening?
Nothing until the fall. So there's a trail to go through.
Okay. The Lagoon City Trail. Thank you for having the edges of the trail cut. Script, was that done by just like a
7 foot roads.
a 7-foot blade?
Yes.
That's much quicker and works fine.
Yeah, so we moved that side of it used to be a contractor that looked after that. We've moved it internally, so as we do the roadside mowing, I'm trying to get all the trails done with at the same time when she is there.
Yeah,
So,
that's
It looked really good. I saw some photos posted.
Sorry?
I saw some community photos posted about it about Lagoon City, and it looked really good, like it nice and cleared off. Get that
yeah.
space.
Oh, yeah, and it will last now quite a while.
Yeah.
Because it's springtime is when it grows so fast.
Yeah. Especially this year.
Oh, yeah, so that's great. The gates actually are staying closed.
Good.
As far as I know, so I think I suggest that we, well, you know, if we make them solid, we could run into problems. Most people are certainly following the guidelines that we've set down, so that's a good sign. The gate at the up by Maryland's, is that? And
it's still in the works.
It's,
Still in the works. I'm
Still in
still
the
trying to
works.
find a contractor.
oh, you're not gonna do that on your own. in-house?
We can, but then we run into the issue like we have in Shago. I don't have any equipment that can weld aluminum or stainless, so we'd have to use steel.
Okay,
And then you get the issue of rusting, so.
okay.
So I'm trying to source a couple people to get quotes for some aluminum or stainless gates. And then go from there.
Okay. You know, one person.
Yeah.
It might,
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I was just gonna tell Ashley that I took a good picture of the rookery. I hiked over there last weekend, so I'll tag Ramara Trails on it. I forgot to do that, but I'll do that for you.
Perfect, yeah, tag me and then I see it, because I saw your one that you did. I wanna say 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and that you did on the, I forget what trail, Athlete Trail maybe?
It was the Atherley Trail with all the like flocks that were along that. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
actually.
so we shared it, and a lot of people, when it comes to those kind of posts, people love to see it, those kind of things, and those are things I like to share because people like to see what people are doing in the community, and so it was great to see it. So if you ever just tag at Ramara TWP or the Township of Ramara, both either Instagram or Facebook, then I can see it and then I can share it. Those are the kind of things I can share. Sometimes I'm tagged in things that I can't share.
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
tag that. This just has about like 6 herons all in the nest, so it's
Nice.
so
That's
I'll tag that for you.
yes, please do.
so it's best to send it to, did you say at Ramara?
No, you can you can send it to me.
Okay,
I was just, if you're tagging something on Facebook, so if let's say someone put something on Facebook, they could tag the township.
okay,
And then that way I see it and I can share it, because sometimes profiles are private and so I don't always see, I don't look on anyone's private pictures to
Yeah,
see if there's something about the township.
okay, super. South Ramara Trail, all good. The road is close to being completed. Boy, they've done a lot of work. What's with the big piles of dirt and how is that?
So to save the township money, we've integrated the excavation material into the natural landscape.
Okay, okay. And are they gonna do the rest, the other corner where this,
Where it's flat,
no, the one up at the second? At the,
we've done the 3 corners on the second.
yeah, the one isn't, well, maybe it's finished now, is it? Okay. There was a big pile of dirt there too. They moved
Yeah,
some-
they just got it fine graded.
Oh, okay, 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 well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Special features, there are none. Social media, I guess there's nothing there.
Nope.
Grants, Ashley,
There isn't anything much really at this time.
okay. So, David, you have some comment to make on grants.
No, I have a comment on social media. Everything I keep reading about in the township and people that are coming to me are communication. I just wanted to it's maybe got nothing to do with the Trails Committee, but it's an Ashley thing. But why couldn't we get permission from certain administrators to allow the township to do the Facebook posts? Because right now, Ashley puts it out, and then if I happen to see it, I'll send it to Flora Park, or I'll send it to Washago Inc., or I'll send it to a couple other Facebook page. But if our goal is to communicate, and Ashley's point on this before, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ashley, is you shouldn't be the one to pick and choose which other Facebooks that you send the township post to. So I was just thinking, why don't we just send out an invitation to say, if you would like these posts to your Facebook page, because I just don't get that second step. Because I miss some things, and then sometimes I post it and then Dana posts it. So I'm just trying to, when you do a township post,
Oh,
how can
We
you
lost
spread
you.
that message?
We lost you.
You lost me.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, now you're back. We couldn't hear the last
Yeah,
little bit that you
stay,
said.
stay
Okay,
close.
so that's what I'm sort of saying. It's sort of a little bit outside of the Trails Committee and more towards, but I don't know why, if we have permission, if somebody says to us, like say from the Floral Park Coral Cottage Association, we want the township's posts to go automatically to our group, and you've got the administrator's permission, why wouldn't we do that to increase communications?
So you're asking staff to then have permissions and all these outside groups to post onto all these outside groups?
Well, they would just write in if they want permission. I mean, if they give you permission, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure out a way to spread the message. I don't know how many people are watching the township website, where the people in the Cottage Association, whether it's Lake St. John or Floral Park, they might be interested in the trails, but they may not ever get the information.
So then maybe it is myself, and this is an expectation if council would like me to do it, is to go to these groups to tell them to follow the township, so that way when the township has something, they can see it in their news feed, so then they can share it. Because what we're talking about is a service standard, and a service standard for myself, so I'm one person. And to be able to manage the township, the fire, the recreation, plus all these other groups, that's a full-time job in itself. So if that service level is what the council would like that to happen, then we need to talk about different service levels and the rest of what communication's about. But I
Okay,
can,
so
I'm happy.
let's focus it down right now to just the Trails Committee and Trails. So we're now going to start promoting summer campaign.
David.
I'm just trying to find a way that gets out to the Floral Park Cottage Association, the Lake St. John Cottage Association, Washago Inc. And so, I mean, I'm just throwing it up as an idea. I think we have to get the messages out better. I'll leave it up to you. We don't have to reach a decision.
I know a lot of the admins on some of those groups, they do share the township posts, like, I know with Washago Inc., I always see those admins sharing some of our information up there, and not just.
If he happens to be home and if he happens to remember to do it. I'm trying to think of something that's more automatic, but anyways, let's just leave it there. I don't want to get sidetracked here, but I just think there's a better opportunity to reach these groups. And maybe actually you just come back with a suggestion to us one day.
Anyone else has a comment on social media? Okay, thank you. David, you have some information on a grant.
No, I don't know if Josh is planning on. Josh, we're just talking about the conversation. Trail, do you have any information there?
So the last meeting, there was discussion to ask for funding from Ramara First Nations as well as Township Council. We have approached Ramara, we've heard back, they are in favor. I do have a report going to this coming Monday night council meeting to ask council for the additional funds. And that's kind of where that lies right now, so. We'll know.
What are the additional funds?
15,000.
But didn't we have 15,000 in our budget?
No. No.
Have we already spent the Simcoe grant money?
Yes, it wasn't budgeted for this year. So that's what we discussed the last meeting. Because of the budget limitations that we had this year, it was decided to go forward with the casino trail and not the resurfacing of Ramara Road. With that, we still had the $30,000 from Simcoe County tourism. Is that right? Tourism?
Connecting
Communities grant, sorry.
It's Connecting Communities, yeah.
But that 30,000 Connecting Communities grant is a matching fund, so we have to have $30,000 to put towards it to get it. And because we switched the projects around to, it was the end of last year basically with Side Road 15 coming up and getting the permits in place for that. It was decided at that point to finish that trail And because we finished that trail, we used that $30,000 we had to match the Simcoe County grant.
If there's any way you can send me that report, then I can work on seeing what the support's like for it. I know I'm 100% for it. But
It should
I
be
don't
out
usually get that till
It should be
Friday.
out like later today, I would think. Council usually gets it later today, the council agenda. It's on the council agenda.
Yeah.
I know, but I don't have any access to it until Friday because I'm locked out of that system for some reason. I'm
Yeah, I
just
can
giving up
email
and
it.
trying to fix it. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
David, just tell the committee which portion of that trail this that we're trying to build with this money.
It's outlined in the report.
Yeah.
The report has all of the information.
But I just thought, can you just tell the committee, David?
Well, I don't really know, but I assume I'll get Josh to confirm. It's gonna start at Longford Mills and it's gonna go north until we run out of the $60,000.
Yeah, so the initial plan last year was to go to Corey Point. But when we got the budget, or when we got quotations back to go to Corey Point was between $75,000 and $80,000. So we're probably gonna be a kilometer, half a kilometer south of Corey Point Road is where I'm assuming we'll finish up.
Yeah, and how's this surface gonna be to ride a bike on?
So what we had planned to put on it was the crushed recycled asphalt, similar to what was on Lagoon City. From Lagoon City up to Brecon.
That's the final decision?
That's what I was going on,
Okay.
because I believe that was, yes.
That's very good.
Yeah.
What we have on the 15 side road is terrible.
And that was as per.
Yeah.
Which we talked about the permit,
Yeah,
so.
it's really bad, yeah. Because that'll have to be upgraded for sure. eventually.
And by the way, that was Kathy Manner's suggestion, I think. Thank you for your suggestion,
The
Kathy. I think you said
the
at Larry's house.
The
What?
screenings on the Lagoon City Trail are excellent. Really have stood up beautifully and hard packed, it's just like cement. Yeah, so. Members, do you understand how this finance worked? If we don't use the $30,000, we're gonna lose it. So that's why we were pushing to get this done. So now Rama is throwing in 15, so we have to match that. We need 15 from the municipality to match the 30, to end up with $60,000 to build this.
Yes, it's only costing us 25% of the project. Josh, in your report, are there any pictures of how badly that trail is
No,
growing in?
no,
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
it's already published.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about, David?
Just
Well,
what.
I'm just trying to,
Sorry? David?
in order to convince some of the council members to support this, I'd like to show them how overgrown that trail is. And if we don't do something, it will disappear.
Okay, thank you.
But the brushing is done typically every year or every other year anyways. So like this would just be resurfacing of the trail.
Yeah, I know, but at some point the grass is growing right into the trail, right?
Yeah, true, yeah.
Any other questions? Comments? Okay, well, hopefully that gets approval on Monday night.
Why would that's a council meeting on Monday night, right?
Council, yeah, so it's items of immediate attention.
Okay, so it falls under that category. Okay, I just didn't know why it wasn't going to committee of whole, but that's fine.
To expedite it.
Yeah, good.
Unfinished or new business? Anyone with any new business? Okay, given that then, could I have a motion for adjournment? David, okay. Thank you, and we'll see you
We need a
on the
second.
trail.
Do you have a seconder?
Seconder?
No one wants to leave.
No.
They want to stay.
You should have that report, Dave. I sent it to you.
Awesome. I'll look at it right now. Thanks.